Hello and welcome to Zip Code Lookups with Copilot. My name's Jeff, I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right in. By the end of this video, you'll be able to type a zip code into a cell and have the related city and state just appear. It's pretty cool. Let's go to the first exercise, exercise 1. There's this free online service that lets you return information about a given zip code. And you can open this up in any browser. When you do, it looks like this. It returns the country, primary city, longitude, latitude, and the state. But rather than going to the web browser and copying and pasting the pieces you want, we can pull this right into Excel with the web service function. So in Excel, you just go equals web service. And I could type the URL enclosed in quotes. But since it's here in B6, we'll just use B6 as our function argument. Close function and enter. And you can see the data is returned right into our Excel workbook. Now let's improve this by allowing the user to type any zip code into a cell. Let's go to the next exercise, exercise 2. So here we want to allow the user to type a zip code into this cell. Once again, we'll use the web service function. This time, I'm going to paste in the base URL, close quote, join it with the ampersand to the zip code stored here in C6. Close the web service function and enter. Now let's see what happens when we update the zip code. Okay, this works. Now let's improve this by pulling out the state and the primary city from this returned string. There are a couple different ways to do this. In this video, we're going to use the Copilot function. Equals Copilot. Here, let's start our prompt. We'll say get the state abbreviation, comma, and then we provide it the context. The context is the value here in C8. Close the function and enter. And here we can see it returns the state abbreviation. And let's use the Copilot function, once again, to get the place name. And the context is the value here in C8. Close function and enter. Okay, and now we see it returns the primary city. Now let's change the zip and make sure it works. 90001, enter. Okay, that looks good. Now let's see if we can clean this up even more in the next exercise, exercise 3. So here, the user is going to type their zip code into C8, equals Copilot. And here the prompt is get the state abbreviation. And what's the context? Well, in this case, we're going to use the web service function. And the URL is going to be our base URL, close quote, and join it to the zip here in C8. Close the web service function, close the Copilot function, and enter. And that's looking pretty good. Now let me just cruise up here. Let me copy this whole function. Let me paste. And what we're going to do is say get the place name. Enter. And that's looking pretty good. So now let's test this out. 90001, enter. Okay, that looks good. But what if the zip code has a leading 0? Well, let's try it out. How about 01101? Enter. Okay, and here we're getting some errors. And the reason here is this data type. C8 is storing this as a number. And when it's stored as a number, Excel removes the leading 0. No worries. What we can do is store this as a text string instead. The way that we do that is let's open the Format Cells dialog, select Text, and click OK. Now let's type in 01101, enter. And now we can see that's working as expected. Now the user can type a zip code into a cell and the city and state just like appear. Pretty cool. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. Hey Excel user, if you ever need to create summary reports, check out my Pivot Table for Beginners video. It starts at the beginning and shows how to store the data transactions in a table and then how to summarize those transactions with a pivot table report. I hope it helps unlock the incredible power of pivot tables.
This video is a production of Excel University.